Hey, how's it going? Ken, this one, we're going to be looking at pan web transitions in Premiere Pro. Really nice effect, really quick to do. Shouldn't take us more than a couple of minutes to get through this. And at the very end, I will go through how we can save the settings that we apply as a preset so that we can just use them again and again whenever we want. So let's just get stuck straight in. Okay, here we are in our project panel. We've got two clips in here and we just want to add a transition in between the two, and we're going to add the whip pan transition. So if we go up here, and then I like to keep my folders nice and tidy, so I'll go into my adjustment layers, right click, new item, and adjustment layer. Now that'll default to the sequence settings that are currently set. So we could just drop that straight in, but that's huge and we'll have to cut it. So if you right click and then speed duration, and on duration we'll change it down to 8, and that'll be 8 frames, and that's all the adjustment layer will last for. We can then select it and hold Alt and use the cursor keys to make sure that we're balanced right in the middle between the two clips. So we'll make sure our adjustment layer is selected and go to Effect Controls, and we've got nothing in there at the minute. So what we want to do is head over to the Effects panel and search in here for Offset. Double click that to apply that to the selected layer, which is the adjustment layer. And then we want to change the values of the shift center. So we'll go to the start of the clip and we'll hit a keyframe just to mark it at the default value. Then go to the last frame, and I want this to move in this direction from right to left. So if I just change this value all the way until it completely moves over one full screen, so it should be minus 960. And then if we run this back, we'll see that the clip just kind of slides across and then changes at the cut and keeps going. Now that doesn't look great, so we need to do a little bit extra. So we'll go back up to effects and we'll search for blur, and then we're looking for directional blur. We'll double click that and apply that to our adjustment layer. Into our direction, because we're going from left to right or from right to left, we want the direction to be 90 degrees. Blur length is personal taste, but I like 200 for this transition. I think it makes it look nice, fast and smooth. And that looks pretty good. So if we just play that back, there we go, nicely done. But on the sides, as we come in and out, there's some black areas that kind of annoy me a little bit. So there's a little trick that I do to kind of get rid of those. And because our blur and transition is moving so fast, it doesn't really stick out. So we head back up the effects and we search for transform, and it's distort transform. Apply that, double click it to the adjustment layer, and then we're going to go down here to scale, and something very small. I usually 125, 115, in and around there. It's not big enough to make a huge difference. No one will pick it up, but it does get rid of those potential black lines appearing down the side of the screen. So we're only using 3. We're using offset, directional blur, and transform. So if we select all of those, holding Control or Command, and we can right click and hit Save Preset, call it whatever we want to call it. So this is a whip pan transition, so we'll call it that, and then just hit OK. That will now save that as a preset in our effects panel. So if we duplicate this first clip and drag this across to the side, go back to our adjustment layers and drag that on using the Alt cursor keys again to make sure that we're balanced right in the middle. And then if we go up to our effects and we search in, so we've got preset folder, the default there, and we search for whip pan transition, and there it is. That's the one we've just created. So if we drag that and drop that on, but that automatically assigns that preset to the adjustment layer. Super easy, really quick, and you can just keep that and store that and use that again and again anytime you want. All right, good job done, nice one, and I'll see you next time.